It's a face-off in the third ward between top vote-getter in the primary AC Dumas and Quincy Murphy, each longtime residents of the third ward. Both say they are a true representation of what their community needs to move forward.
I'm mature and I'm truthful and honest, and I can't be bought out.
You go get the truth. I didn't get this far by eating at the devil's table.
A battle for ballots in Flint's third ward. According to a study from U of M Flint, 9,700 people live in the third ward, located in the northeastern corner of the city. Vying for votes for city council, both Arlington Curtis Dumas, known as AC, and Quincy Murphy say they have a vision for the community by focusing on their top priorities.
Create crime prevention activities. For the blight, expand the Clean and Green program. For the budget, appoint the Revenue Estimation Commission to try to be the extra eyes and ears.
Number one, I feel, is blight. I believe crime. And the third one would be the lawsuit and people high taxes and water bills. Those are, people vote their pocketbook.
To fight Flint's blight, Murphy says he's currently maintaining 60 vacant lots, along with adopting Dewey Park. He says he's worked with local organizations for almost 20 years to maintain and enhance the space, redoing sporting areas, adding a playground, and now benches.
What do you see when you look at Dewey Park?
A transformation of what this whole entire third ward can be. For those who undecided voters, for those who want to know what my capabilities is, I'm not just talking about it, I am about it.
For Dumas, former vice president of Flint's NAACP branch, once criticized for his LGBTQ plus views. He says cleaning up blight is also his key concern, and his reputation will speak for itself at the polls.
Why should people vote for you?
I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And one thing, the promise I will make before you and your listener audience, I promise to do my job so well that the unborn, the living, or the dead couldn't do a better job.
When it comes to the divisiveness right now that we see on Flint City Council, how can you work to change that culture?
You see the whites all the time voting together, and you see the blacks voting all together, and I call it political cliques. I would like to see the council go through some racial healing training.
I believe that you have certain individuals that are divisive. Kate Fields, Santino Guerrero, Eva Worthing, and Alan Gregg. And if they're out of office, I think we can get a council that's cohesive, work together, and be about the business for the people.
Murphy is endorsed by current Councilman Santino Guerra. Both he and Dumas say they would like to see some of the COVID relief funding allocated towards crime and blight.
The proposed investment is more than $6 million and will be distributed across Michigan. Genesee County Prosecutor David Layton tells me while the thought is there, the need we're seeing here is going to take a lot more than money. The total investment is $6.35 million spread across the state. The idea is to have money go back into the communities to reduce violence and cut back on court backlogs. Here in Genesee County, jails have been slammed with people and not enough judges or prosecutors to move them through to sentencing. As Prosecutor Layton tells me, the county needs a lot more than money to help with this problem.
Resources are good, and resources help us towards the goal of making a community safer. There's a lot more that we need. My prosecutors are extraordinarily busy, and per capita, we may be the busiest prosecutor's office in the United States of America.
There is a shortage of teachers nationwide right now, but there is a university in Saginaw County working to try and change that. This is why 45 of the 50 states are all reporting teacher shortages for this school year. This is according to the U.S. Department of Education. But Saginaw Valley State University is offering a new program right now to get more teachers in the classrooms and faster. Mid-Michigan Now's Simone Audrey Spazzeri is live in the studio with us on this one. And Simone, you actually spoke with people at SVSU. So how does this work?
Well, Stephanie, this is a great opportunity for people who maybe completed a bachelor's degree in another area of study, but now want to pursue teaching. This program was approved by the Michigan Department of Education in 2016 to address the teacher shortage in the state of Michigan, according to the Dean of College of Education, James Tarr. With the pandemic, that shortage was only worsened. Tarr tells Mid-MichiganNow that the goal of this program is to produce 30 certified teachers each term. They have noticed an increase in enrollment. This year, they have 79 registered for the program. The best part, SVSU will work with you to help pay for 50% of the cost. However, there are some things you need to know. As we mentioned before, you do need to have a bachelor's degree. You also need to pass the Michigan test for teacher certification. SVSU has 21 authorized schools in the state of Michigan. If one of those schools is the school you student teach in, SVSU will work with you to help pay for 50% of the cost. This program is a 3-semester accelerated program. You get to student teach for a whole academic year while you complete the program. Mid-MichiganNow spoke with the Dean of College of Education at SVSU, and he says if you train to be a teacher, there will be a job waiting for you.
Superintendents contact us looking for teachers in advance of students even being admitted to the program. So this program is seen as a viable means to address the teacher shortage.
The program is offered as a hybrid class, meaning students have the option between online class or half online, half in person.
There's new data from the state health department released this week that makes it appear cases of COVID-19 are increasing in kids under age 12 in Michigan. But there are case rates that include lagging data, which indicate COVID-19 cases are down in people under age 19 right now. When I asked MDHHS about this tonight, I was told they are seeing unstable or an undulating plateau in their data. Essentially, the rates are fluctuating because of cases that weren't counted previously but have since been added. Here's a look at the data we're talking about. MDHHS reports each day last week, 375 children under age 12 were infected with COVID-19. That is 5 more children per day than last week. But when you look at case rates, kids up to age 9 saw a 9% decrease. Those 10 to 19 saw a 10% decrease. Still, with the decrease from last week, those aged 10 to 19 do have the highest case rate of any age group in Michigan. I asked Flint-based Dr. Bobby Mukamala if parents should be worried. He said this isn't the data he wants people to focus on.
So I wouldn't recommend getting caught up in whether it's up on Monday and down on Tuesday, but instead look at the percent positivity, the number of kids that are testing positive overall, and see that it's higher than we want it to be, and then take action according to that.
Currently in Michigan, the test positivity rate, which is what Dr. Mukamala was just referring to, is around 11%. That's according to MDHHS. You're looking live at their website. Dr. Mukamala says it needs to be at 1%, though, for life to return to a place where masks and social distancing are no longer needed.